And it's like that. So, President Nelson is just a man. It's amazing how much money goes into the Mormon church. It's funny how there'll be changes in the church. I mean, there can be changes all the time, but there's never a change in tithing. And it's sad. It's really sad that you can't adjust. It's really cool. It's really freeing. It's really freeing to find out that you're being lied to with the Mormon church, that you can be your own person and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, wow, that's sad that we live in that type of reality where these things can happen. But anyway, President Nelson is there's so many changes that can happen, but it's sad that they for instance, like when you're a college student, it's sad that they don't say, hey, when you're a college student, don't pay tithing. Don't pay fast offerings. Because you read these stories about how much people struggle. It's crazy, but I understand. I understand that they want you to pay tithing when you're in college, so that you get in the habit. Because if you think about it, when you're in college is where you start making your own money. Holy cow! There's some big houses up here. Man, people have big houses. So, tithing is sad. But for an ex-Mormon like me, that's nice. I mean, that's a cool perk to finding out the church isn't true. It's like, all right, don't got to worry about tithing. Like, that's cool. But it's sad. I think I'll always be sad. I think that'll always be a stressor that, the church has so much influence on people. And always will. Anyway. But President Nelson doesn't get up and talk about the children who are abused by bishops, or the children who come to bishops and tell them, about a rape or an abusive situation. And that's just the main reason why people leave, no? No. That's the main reason why people leave, I think. It's like the church, well, especially within the last couple of years, you have the MTC rape thing and whatnot. And then, it's just, there's abuses that have happened since the very beginning, and those aren't addressed. The abuses aren't addressed. And maybe President Nelson is the type of guy who's like, hey, we need to keep this corporation running. We need to keep this business going. We need to put a good face on it. You know what I mean? Instead of like, we need to do what we can to help the abused and the victims. It's, It's just wild. That's funny. But President Nelson is the prophet, and I don't know if he'll address the issues of rape and abuse. And especially when you're his age and you've been doing what he's been doing for so long. I mean, think about it. His job, I mean, literally his job has been to put a good face on the church. And it's just sad. Like, it's so crazy being outside of the church from an outside perspective. Like, how abusive, like, the leaders treat the members, in the sense of like a 70 will go to a mission and he'll tell the missionaries they're not doing good enough. And you have guys there, and especially like the women who are just busting their buns, busting their bulls to do a good job. And it's like, it's just weird, because it's almost like, it's like they're telling them, you're not good enough for Jesus. And you see a lot of doublespeak in the Mormon church, because in this last conference you had Ballard, who was talking very softly, and he was saying, you just need to try your best. That's all the Lord. It's like, well, no, not really. Like, missionaries who are trying their best, they have 70s come. They have bishops tell them, they have mission presidents tell them that they're not doing good enough, that they're going to go, that they're disobedient, and that they're not disciples, blah, blah, blah. And it's doublespeak, because members of the church, so many members of the church have had that experience. Almost every member, every demographic, male, female, whatever, we've all had those experiences where we're trying our best, and you've had a bishop or a stake president or a mission president or a prophet tell you you're not doing good enough. So that happens. And then you get, and then you have Elder Ballard saying, well, you just try your best. And I noticed in this last conference, all of the speakers were talking like, faith and humility. And if I just talk low, then that means I'm special. And that means I'm spiritual. It's like, well, what does it mean when you talk low? When I talk gentle and kind, it means that I care and I love you. And it's like, well, it doesn't mean anything unless what you're saying is good and truthful. And we're going to talk. We're going to talk today about humility and prophet and temple, and I love you, and we're so holy because we talk like this. And those people who leave the church, they're just lost in Satan and the devil and temptation. But if they hurry up and come back, the Savior open arms, and we love them, and we're so loving, and we are full of the Spirit, the Spirit can cry, and I'm crying. Oh. Oh man, I don't know about you, but I wonder if Hollywood actors ever watch Conference, and I wonder if they think, oh yeah, sure, they're so spiritual, they're crying because they're feeling the Spirit of God, like, sure, it, like, some of them are emotional, and I think it's mostly the inexperienced ones. But it's just, that it's so, oh, it's just so not true. It's just so, what do you call it? It's so, it could be so contrived how they're crying and whatever, you know.